welcome back to another video. Let's get started. So everybody has heard of this challenge called Mermay, right? Of course, it's in the name. All of May artists start creating a bunch of mermaids for the month of May, and I am one of those artists. I have been drawing mermaids for about probably 5 or 6 years, and this challenge has never ever let me down. And I am really excited to be doing this for, I think, the 5th or 6th year in a row. And I'm just excited to see if I improved on drawing mermaids or if I still suck at drawing mermaids. I really love this challenge because I get to put myself and just different types of color combinations in a character or a mermaid per se. And I'm just really happy with how Mermaid is turning out right now. And I can't wait to continue making these videos all month long for the month of May. So I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get started. So right now I'm just showing off old mermaids from 2023 and 2024 because those are my most recent ones and those are the ones that I have the most footage of, because I actually back then in 2022 and 2021 I didn't post that much when it came to mermaid. I only posted back in probably 2020 and a little bit of 2021 because I felt that mermaid was more of a digital art thing, but then after a while when I was digitally drawing mermaids, I didn't like how they were looking. Also, I didn't like looking at a screen every time I was drawing a different type of mermaid for each day. So I switched mediums and I went to go to the classic traditional art where it is fine line colored markers and a good old decent sketchbook. And I have so much fun when it comes to this. I love seeing how much my art has changed when it comes to drawing on paper, but also seeing how my style and how each expression, how each facial looks, how each hair looks, like, to me that is a really good achievement that I'm able to achieve. I'm able to draw these mermaids more quickly, more efficiently, and more detailed. While I do struggle with drawing different types of mermaids because I try to make sure not to keep them the same, I also challenge myself to choose different types of colors. So one year I just did solid colors, and then I did 2 colors, and then I repeated that for 2024, and then for 2025, I'm just using 1 color until I finish up a certain type of pack, and then that's when I move on to doing 2s, 3s, and so forth. I did used to do the little prompt list for Mermaid, but as of recently, I think back in 2024, there was a lot of controversy with some host of prompt lists posting and appreciating digital artists and not traditional artists. I understand that there are some artists that can't afford the digital tablet, iPad, and so forth, but you can easily afford paper, pencil, pen, any type of color you can have your hands on. And I agree with that because people or artists as a whole prefer their own medium. If they are able to afford a digital iPad, a tablet, a desktop, and are able to draw on that, then I say go for it. But if you're unable to draw on a digital tablet, and if you're unable to afford a digital tablet, then your comfort is going to be towards traditional art. And I have a feeling that there are so many traditional artists that prefer drawing traditionally than digitally. I mentioned earlier in this video that I really was sensitive to the light on my iPad when I began Mermaid a couple of years back. And the moment that I changed media, I was feeling more confident and more encouraged to draw more mermaids. And I really like the fact that I'm able to challenge myself to choose different types of colors that can probably or may match, but also limiting my color palette too. I also like the fact that I'm able to just draw mermaids that pop up into my head. I do try to make sure to change the pose and the style on the next mermaid to see if I could improve and just see if I could change it up a little bit. And I think that's what the whole point of Mermaid is. You're trying to see if you can improve on a drawing that you did previously. And you're trying to change it up, but try to not make sure that it's like the other ones that you've drawn. Like, I try to avoid doing ponytails, and I try to avoid doing pigtails on the same exact page. So for the next page, I would try to do either flowy hair or space buns or spike buns. And that's what my motivation is. Trying to get out of my comfort zone to improve, but also try to figure out how the next mermaid is going to look like without overwhelming and overthinking the mermaid itself. Because this isn't a challenge I'm trying to do. Of course, I said that I want to try to exceed certain types of numbers, being I want to try to do at least 30 mermaids this year, because previously I did 20. That is my goal. But I also have to keep in mind that this is not technically a challenge. This is just a monthly prompt list that you are and aren't obligated to do. And that's what I like about Mermaid. You don't have to force yourself to do it. It's up to you if you want to continue doing Mermaid, or if it's your first time doing Mermaid. It's not gonna affect you in a way. It's just gonna either help you with improving on your art style, or just to have a nice experience to the challenge. Again, I prefer Mermaid over Inktober because Mermaid has itched a part of my brain in a positive way, where Inktober, it literally stresses me out and overwhelms me because of the prompts. And I think that's the difference between Mermaid and Inktober. Inktober, I stick with the prompts and I try not to get frustrated. While for Mermaid, I just don't care and I don't use prompt lists. I just think of different types of mermaids I want to draw and I want to see and do. So I'd say when it comes to Mermaid, just draw for you. If you want to follow a prompt list, go for it. If you want to do traditional or digital, go for it. But all I'm going to say is draw mermaids that you're going to like and that you're going to enjoy. And try to pick something that you want to work on. I wanted to work on practicing noses, practicing facial expressions, hair, and different types of pearl length. So that's my goal for Mermaid. And I really, really enjoy doing Mermaid as a whole because it's just different. It's not that overwhelming and it doesn't harm me in a way that Inktober does. And I think the community for Mermaid is really encouraging and really creative. Like, so many mermaids I've seen online and as of right now are just so amazing. Like, I just love the themes. Like, I think there's one prompt that a YouTuber did where it's all about gemmed mermaids. Like, that is so impressive. And like, I couldn't even think of that. I just do silly little colors for Mermaid and I'm happy with that. So I hope that you enjoy this video, but also I hope that you enjoy Mermaid this year. I'm going to see if I could try to post more of Mermaid videos both on TikTok and Instagram. But also, I really, 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 really want to try and see how many drawings I could do for this year's Mermaid. So yeah, I hope that you have a nice day or night. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.